I have the homie Travis Spade on the air right now. What's good, man?
Hey, what it do, man? What's the word?
Good, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Damn right, for sure. You guys are out in Kentucky, or is that just the number it gave me? Is
Yeah, that is a Kentucky number.
that's where you guys are located?
Yeah, I live in Kentucky. Yes, sir.
Oh, where at?
Lexington.
Aw, shit. I'm from Louisville, dog.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm
So,
from St. Louis now, but I was born in Louisville, so that's dope.
okay, that's what's up. Well, appreciate to have some Kentucky up in here, but St. Louis. Shout out to the Show Me
Yes,
State.
sir. You
Uh,
know.
so let's go ahead and begin. How did you get started as a hip hop artist? How did it start off for you, man?
Oh, man, I've been making music since I was like 12. So I was playing a little bit of piano, playing guitar, really anything that made noise. And so, like, once I started making music, rap just kind of, so, like, I started off in, like, punk rock and, like, bands, right? But I always rap. So I'd be trying to rap on all these songs. And they're like, hey, man, you should go, like, be a rapper, you know? So I started rapping, and then all the local rappers were like, hey, you kind of sound like you're in a rock band or something, man. Maybe you should go be in a band, you know? I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to go make music, guys. Like, I got this. And then from there, just kind of molded my own shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So just kind of happened, man, forever. I've been music forever. Guitar, piano, drums, beats, rap, sing. If it makes noise, I like it.
So as far as the music, who do you consider like your musical influences? Who inspired you? It could be more than just hip hop. It could be any artist in particular. But who, as far as artists is concerned, inspired you to do music?
Man, I switch, man. If I had to say like what I came up on, like as corny as it may be, like I'm a big Eminem fan. I like Linkin Park. Their singer's great. I grew up on a lot of rock. You know what I'm saying? I like everything though, man. Like I'm a big Luda fan. I love some Ti, Jeezy, Gotti. I like shit that makes me want to go out and get on the hustle. You know what I'm saying? So I either like super like truth music, like some shit that's gonna wake you up and let you know what's really going on out here. Like I like Joyner Lucas is one of my new artists. I like, saying one of the newer guys out and shit. But I either like some really like truth related type shit or just all in like get me motivated to go hustle and get on the grind. You know what I'm saying? So anything and everything. Most of my inspiration comes from hanging around people though, man. So like I'm in the studio so much, I don't get to listen to artists that much unless I get out a little bit out in public with everybody, But I'm always locked up in the lab getting inspired off of like local artists or somebody I'm working with, or just I bounce energy off people. Shit, I might get inspired from this interview more than I would somebody's song. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's up.
everybody, anybody and everybody, man. I'm a hip hop head, so I like everything.
I definitely like a lot of the artists that you mentioned. I like Joyner Lucas. I feel like he's right there as far as the next generation type of
Yeah, for sure.
artist. I've been a fan of his since the cipher he did at the BET Hip Hop Awards. And then,
Right.
and
Yeah,
then,
killed it. Killed
yeah,
it.
and then I lost track of his music after that until I saw the "I'm Not Racist" song.
Yeah, he killed that. That's what I meant by truth music. Like that's some
Yeah,
truth shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like he murdered that track, dog. That's some shit that a lot of hip hop artists ain't coming out. Be it people like to like kind of throw stuff in there, or like maybe a punchline here, a little metaphor there. I like to head on tackle the topics, like in your face, like this is what the fuck's really going on out here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like fuck the filter shit, man.
yeah. He definitely got a lot of people's attention with that song, and it's a big deal when Eminem says that should have won a Grammy. Like,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
One of the goats. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like I think Jay is a goat. I think M's a goat. There's a few of them, man. No, there's no one like. Everybody always tries to like break shit down like there's just like one greatest rapper or one greatest time era or like, nah, man, this is all as a culture. It ain't even just music. So there's so much. I'm outside. There's so much more that goes into it, So whether it can be simple rap, man, that's like influencing the culture, to some like deep shit, to I don't know, somebody putting out headphones. Whatever it is that's keeping us united and moving forward. I'm with that. I support that shit.
and Joyner, I'm looking forward to his new album. I like the song that he got out. I love, and the
Yeah.
song he did with M, for off Kamikaze, Lucky You.
Yeah, great video too and
that
shit.
was that was amazing, and I look forward to hearing more of Joner moving forward. So that's him, Cole, Kendrick.
Yeah, I was going to say you hip to
Yeah,
like Kendrick or like Top Dog ENT. I like all of Top Dog ENT. They're
yeah.
fucking dope ass group of dudes. So
Oh yeah. And, Kendrick, that's my guy, and I'm not just saying that because we got the same first three letters of our name. But he's that dude. I profound respect for Kung Fu Kenny. So
for sure.
that's the dude. So I got the songs that you sent me earlier, and I played them a little bit earlier. I played "Stranded Under Pressure" and "Iron
Yep.
Me."
Yep.
You told in the email that you sent me, you have a mixtape
I
on
got a
the way.
mixtape and an album dropping, man. So I
Album.
sent you something from each of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what was the process like working on an album and a mixtape? And do you approach things differently because of how people look at a mixtape or look at an album? Like, what's the whole
Yeah,
process?
absolutely. For sure. I approach them different. I've always lived in the studio. So like since I was little, I like as soon as I learned how to play something, I wanted to know how to record it. So I've always been like recording on cassette tapes and little ghetto like disc makers and shit. But so like the difference with me is like when I'm recording an album, man, I'm definitely going like tracking all my beats out, my stems, and mastering them. And like I've been engineering and mastering for like 15 years, so like I definitely put a lot more of the studio finessing on albums. Like that Stranded Under Pressure kind of has like a reggae rock kind of feel to it. So like the whole album I'm about to put out, Placebo, it all has kind of a rock vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? All the tracks are lots of studio time put into them. All the instruments really, focused on shit. When I do a mixtape, man, I just go in the studio and grab a gang full of beats randomly that I've never heard, and I just say whatever the fuck I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like caught up on like, oh, what's the hook gonna be? Let's sit down and write this hook, or like I don't write anything pretty much when I do the mixtapes. I just go in, rap a little bit on this beat, pause it, let's do another one, go over here. I'm just kind of sporadic all over the place. Sometimes there's not as much substance. Sometimes there is. It's just kind of whatever happens, and I tend to knock them out in like in bundles. Like if I'm doing a mixtape, there's a good chance I did all those songs within like a week or two, like all in one vibe and environment. So definitely a little more. I'm not gonna say I'd put less work into the mixtapes, but I kind of do. But just because the albums, I'm gonna put those on all the digital outlets. I fucking sell them. Mixtapes I give away for free. I constantly give away free music, man. So like mixtapes are just what happens. To me, it's like the mixtapes are what's happening in between albums. So like when I have an album concept and I start molding on it, some songs I might just fall in. I'm like, oh, this don't fit. Save it for a mixtape. This don't fit. Save it for a mixtape. Oh, we got 3 or 4 songs. Cool. Let me knock out 10 more, and we'll just put those on a free mixtape and give it away. That's kind of how they've been happening for the past couple of years, man.
So let me ask you about the mixtape side of things. Obviously, mixtapes has been a big thing for hip hop for many, many years. It's helped artists become household names and things like
For
that.
sure.
How do you feel about mixtapes now compared to it was maybe 5, 10 years ago? Do you still think it helps?
Oh, I think they might be more valuable now than they were back then. Like people didn't tend to understand it. I feel like back like you hear a rapper coming out like 10 years ago rapping on somebody else's beats. They're gonna be like, that's not even his song. What is he doing that for? If we do it now, it's expected. Like I'm expecting Lil Wayne to hop on everybody's album and murder their beats. Or like Mercules puts out a bunch of dope ass fucking mixtapes. Cryptic puts out a bunch of dope mixtapes, man. I just like people they just flip the other songs. It's just good for marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, you guys like all these industry people? Well, let me take their song and flip it and show you what I can do to it, My mixtapes, I don't do too many, like, industry beats, though. I find, like, underground producers that, like, give away free beats, or I know producers, or I make beats. So, like, when I do mixtapes, it just means, hey, these are songs we're giving away. Yeah, they're still originals and shit. But I do like when people do, like, that mixtape style shit. Like, I feel like 50 Cent and them really blew it up back in the day, like, when they was on that 8 Mile shit and all that movie was coming out. And, like,
Yeah.
they really try to, like, mainstream mixtapes. And then, Wayne starts just jumping on everybody's shit. And I think it's dope, man. I think it's good for the culture and shit.
Yeah,
For sure.
I was all over the mixtapes when, back in the 50 Cent days when he was just on his way up, Guess Who's Back and
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That kicked it. They were doing it before that, but I really felt like that kicked it into like mainstream light. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at these guys rapping on all these other beats over here. You know?
And
Like,
you know, DJ Who Kid, DJ
yeah,
KC, DJ
for
Clue,
sure.
DJ Envy before Breakfast Club.
Yeah, you're it, man. Exactly.
You know,
You're talking that language. That's where it's at, dog.
so
That's that mixtape shit. That's good. It's like another dynamic to hip hop. There's not like this ain't a 2-sided subject. This is like a fucking 50-sided subject or more. You know? Yeah, that style. Right? There's rappers who shine strictly doing that. You know, and they don't make very good studio albums per se. It's just I don't know. So you got rappers who are good with punchlines. Or like I see a lot of like the underground battle circuits like URL and Smack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those rappers are phenomenal with bars, but they're not like when you put them in the studio, it's a whole different story. They don't seem to deliver the same way. You know what I'm saying? So we all shine at different shit, man.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it's a whole different feel. Like going from a battle rap side to just being in the studio putting up songs, and you know
Right.
people may not like it the way from a song format compared to rapping.
Just this free, open, crazy, do whatever.
Yeah. So as far as trying to put out a song, like it's about just context and stuff like that, not just
For sure.
not necessarily things off the top of the dome or whatever. It
No,
works,
I feel you.
It works for some people, but it don't work for everybody per se.
And it don't work all the time. You know, there's people who like do say wild, crazy shit, but you can't just do it on every song. Some shit you gotta have some. There's like I call them recipes. That's why the mixtape I'm putting out is called The Recipe, man. It's like it's the third one I've done an installment. I did Now Baking, then I did Still Cooking, and then this one's The Recipe. But what it's really about is making music. Like, what's the recipe to making music? And like my simplest favorite recipe, man, is just get your vibe going, be in a good mood, or whatever feeling you need to get out. Find the first beat that strikes you and run with whatever idea you have, and just kind of like clay, you just start molding it and something will happen. And that's one of the recipes. That's how I make some of my favorite songs. I got about like 15 different recipes though, you know? So like, oh, that's one way to do it. Another way could be like, oh, we're going to sit here and I'm going to write a whole song, make sure it has a whole concept, it's barred out the right way, it has a nice chorus, all this stuff, and then I'm going to learn it, and then I'm going to go in the studio, I'm going to record a song I already know. That's a whole different result from what I said just a second ago. So there's different recipes. Some people have more than one recipe. Some people make the same type of song all the time, So like a Jeezy song, there's a strong chance that when you throw in a Jeezy album, it's going to have that Jeezy vibe, You're not going to get some fucking super deep, complex storytelling, shit like that. It's not going to happen because his recipe is trap music. Yeah, throw the Mad Libs on there, give them some beats to bang, and some shiny punchlines, and bam, they're good to go. So it just depends on what the artist is and what the people want, man, and not everybody wants the same shit. So I think it's good we got variety. I mean, shit, people even like mumble rappers. I've thrown on a couple mumble rappers before, just jammed out in the car. Not because I like what they're saying, just because I like the vibe. So, like, different strokes for different folks. All people like different shit, man.
That is true. So, as I was saying earlier, Stranded Under Pressure and Irony. So you got the mixtape and the album on the way. Now, do you have a timetable as to when this is going to be released? Is it going to even be out before the end of this year, per se?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put the recipe out on the 13th of next month. And then I ain't put one on the Placebo yet, which is the album. So the recipe, the mixtape, it's dropping on the 13th of next month. And the Placebo will be right around the corner after, man. It could be a month. It could be 2 months. It's done, though. I've finished it and shit. I'm just kind of like knocking out some videos, polishing up some marketing shit I want to do with it, stuff like that. So they're right around the corner. The mixtape should hold people over at least for a month or two, I feel like. So they're ready to go. But next month, on the 13th, it's the recipe. Make sure you get that shit, man. You're going to dig it. And that's where Irony comes from, that track.
That's what's up. It was great chatting with you, Travis, and nice to know that while you are a St. Louis guy now, but you are, originally from KY. So.
Yeah, I still rep the KY, bro. I'm STL, I'm KY, I'm everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So, Florida a little bit, I'm just kind of wherever.
So
trying to put everybody on this map, you know what I'm saying? It's a big game, everybody can eat, let's get it.
So thanks for your time, man. Continued success. I look forward to Recipe, and I look forward to the album after that. Keep doing your thing, and keep in touch.
Much appreciated, man. Thanks for having me on here. Y'all stay easy. L's up.
Yes, sir.
Chill.